Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer show. This is a show where we talk about stuff, play you some music, and encourage you to be creative. This season, we are exploring the art of being human. We want to say thank you to our patrons who support us each month. If you want to know more about that, visit us on patreon.com/chasingebenezer. For more information about our musical endeavors, visit chasingebenezer.com. We hope you enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer show. This is Benjamin talking and Heidi lovingly listening. We are continuing our talk through the art of being human, and we just want to say thanks. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for supporting us. Thank you, patrons, for all of the support that you give us each month. It makes us feel so good about ourselves, and it does help us.
There's going to be a surprise for you coming. We're not going to give you the date.
Nope.
But there's going to be a surprise
We've
coming.
got a surprise in store.
For all of our patrons of all the amounts.
Yes.
So hopefully in the next month or so.
Yes, hopefully
but we won't
in the
give you an
next
exact date.
But just to
coming
keep you
soon,
keep
just
you
to
listening.
keep you there.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you don't, you can just start at $1 a month and get extra perks.
Exactly. I'm excited.
Are you sure?
I am excited.
Sure?
I am.
All right,
I am.
you're excited.
I've got a few things that I am excited about. I'm excited because I do a demo every month for our patrons, and this month's demo is going to feature our Emeritus band member, Mr. David Skones, on
Who needs
guitar.
no introduction.
He needs no introduction. He is both famous and infamous at the same time. So I love David very much, and I am excited to be able to have him play with me on the song that we're going to do. So I'm excited about that. I'm also very excited that we are going to be able to play McMiniman's Owl's Den at the end of October.
That was going to be mine too.
Well, with Mr.
I guess I'm extra excited.
You are.
Sorry.
Well, you're always extra excited.
We can both be double.
Yeah.
That's double.
We're playing with Mr. Chris Barron. He's going to be opening for us. And go check out Chris Barron.
Oh,
he is
my gosh.
freaking fantastic. He's so good and just an all-around good dude to know. So
he's the kind of musician that when I hear him, it makes me want to go practice and makes me want to go write a song.
Yes.
He's such a good songwriter.
Yeah.
And so that's for me the mark of like, wow, I now want to go write.
Yeah. Plus he's entertaining. He's very
incredibly
entertaining.
So
So anyway.
And if you're not sure if you're going to come, well, be sure now. But there's also going to be costumes.
Yes.
Since it is Halloween weekend.
Yes.
So we want you to dress up. Some of us in the band will be dressed up. So if you are one of those people who like to dress up, this is your opportunity.
Or if you happen to be married to somebody who likes to dress up.
You know what? You're gonna look great. I'm really
It's the
excited
best
about
way
it.
to
I'm
look,
excited
people.
about our outfits this week too.
Yeah, it'll be
This
fun.
year, yeah.
It'll be really fun. Anything else you're excited about?
I super much am. We are really excited that we have joined the board at Artichoke Music.
Thank you for mentioning
You're
that.
welcome.
Yes.
And so Artichoke Music is a multifaceted, I said like
Choke.
It's a multifaceted nonprofit. It's in Portland. It's a venue with a cafe. It's a music store, with amazing instruments.
I bought my charango from there. It's awesome.
It's got music rooms. They're going to be expanding a lot of what they're doing, and you can even you can take classes online as well. So even if you're not in Portland, but Artichoke is so incredible. And we're just excited at how they're expanding genres, and they're so focused on community and diversity and interaction among, mentoring and different age groups. So please check out Artichoke Music. Their live streaming is awesome, and we just love them and are so excited about what they're doing and to be part of them. So
Yeah, I agree. It's great, and big shout out to the what do you call him? The executive director, Paul Ward. Is that his Paul? If that's your title,
So
I got
board
it right.
member.
But
I believe CEO.
I don't speak business.
Apparently,
I just
you're a new
don't.
board member.
I am. I failed my first test.
Bob Howard was for years, and Bob is still around too. So thank you, Bob, for all the years of work you did there. So
yes, thank you.
Check them out.
All right, so how we felt our humanity this week. I feel like
How long is this show supposed to be?
I know.
Like?
I feel like every time I talk about this, it's usually the same thing. It's anxiety. My anxiety has been just through the roof. I don't know how you are when there's deadlines that are looming, and we've had a few that you just wake up with this soul-crushing sense of, if I stay in bed, maybe it'll go away. That's how I've been feeling and working through it. By the way, it doesn't go away. It's just gets worse. So that's how I've been feeling it. How have you been feeling it?
Well, here's the thing. Yes, this week I've had a lot of anxiety. In general, I've been doing better about it.
You've been doing great.
I think that I've been able to come to terms with some things. I've been doing EMDR therapy. A lot of you guys know that I have PTSD and all that brain stuff. And I have a great therapist. And the thing that I've come to terms with, I was praying about it, is that I can be both sad and happy at the same time. Because I think a lot of times it feels like I'll be happy if, or I'll be happy when. But it was I was like, no, I can be sad and I can be in grief, but I can also be happy. So it was kind of like this mental shift. I can look for the light. It's not negating all this, but the two can kind of live in tension with each other. I think I've just always been, well, once the grief is over from my mom passing and feeling, then I'll be no. So it's intentional though. So it sounds like it should be easy, but it's really hard. But that was oh wow, I can have both these things. So part of being human is these great, these paradoxes. We can have all these contrasting emotions at the same time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that one has to be, that you can only have one. Well, if I'm in grief, I can't be happy.
That's good.
I don't know.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It does make sense, but it's also complicated. So I think I've been working through some of that as well. And I'm also finding joy in things that we had a really busy summer.
Yep.
So I've been doing some things that I haven't been doing in a while. I hadn't been doing much painting or writing. So I'm just enjoying those things. And that makes it, when I'm feeling anxious, doesn't mean I'm avoiding the anxious things, but it's okay, I'm going to do something positive here. I'm going to do something joyful. And
yeah.
That's good.
That's really good.
For now.
That's really good. No, that's great.
Thank you.
So for the show for today, we're going to be talking about aging. So when you were a kid, what was an age that you turned where you're oh, I'm a grown up now? It was that feeling of there's the I'm a grown up, and then there's the I'm a grown up. Which one did you feel the first one at?
Probably 18.
Yeah, 18?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But, I mean, yeah. Is that for you?
No, I think for me, honestly, it was probably when I turned 13.
Really?
Yeah, because I was
you felt like you were an adult?
No, it was I'm getting closer to being an adult. I'm getting closer to being able to get married. I'm getting closer to be able to drive a car,
Okay, yeah, 13 was a big deal,
Yeah,
too.
13 was, yeah. It's I'm no longer, it's two syllables, and it's going to be at least 2 syllables from this point on. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I know. I guess I always felt like an adult maybe from the minute I was 13, though, so that makes sense. But, yeah. Probably depends on the situation too.
Yeah, and so what did you do? Did you do anything differently when you turned 13 that you didn't used to do before, or was it always?
I don't know.
No?
It's a long time ago.
So long you don't
remember.
That was long.
I think when I started high school, I did feel like this boom.
Right.
You must get good grades. I was I kind of that was the thing, like grades. And my goal was to get a 4.0 when I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when I got into high school, it felt more serious.
Okay.
And like, I have to take responsibility for
So
this.
responsibility is more what...
But see, that's always been an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always felt responsible for everything.
Because some people want responsibility, and some people are like, I get freedom. You know, and I didn't... you, as you well know, and Mom, as you're watching, you well know, I didn't have that many restrictions on me as a child. But, you know, that sense of being able to go... Like, I think that's probably when I was more like 15, but being able to go out with my friends, because I had friends who drove, or, you know, a big thing when I was a kid was riding my bike and leaving the neighborhood.
Ooh,
you know,
big stuff.
That was probably more like when I was 12, but it was...
Oh, I remember the first time I went to the mall just with friends and like got dropped off, or like my mom went, the mall. Oh man.
Yeah, there was a point where the mall was a good place to go as a young
this is
adult.
back in the day. Oh yes, this is.
And now it's like I only go there because there's air conditioning and I don't have air conditioning. Yeah. So what about when you had the other kind of I'm an adult.
I think once I started working, when it was also when I was 18.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. You just start thinking, like, oh my goodness. And then, yeah, you have to, when you start buying and paying for things that you never had to pay for, and you're looking at, and then taxes start. It's like, oh, what is the deal? Do you know how much money my taxes are taking? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is not cool. No way.
You catch yourself sounding like your parents, and it's like...
Like, oh, now I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, mine was a lot later. I would, and because maybe it's because we're talking about different things, but when I turned 36,
I don't even remember when I turned 36.
I realized, it was probably more like when I turned 36 to 37, I realized, oh my gosh, 40 is right around the corner. And 40 was like that milestone of like, all of my relevance is going to disappear. That was kind of the belief that I had then. And I'm really grateful because like...
Well, now you're 41.
Now I'm 41, and this is like the best decade ever. But I was having those moments of all the things I wanted to accomplish, you know, weren't happening. I wasn't as awesome as I thought I would be. It was just something you and I repeatedly say to one another. Yeah. And it's that sense of discouragement. And when you watch TV... You know, a lot of our culture makes a big deal out of 18 to 30, you know, your 30s. That's usually like the gap. But then once you get into 40s and it's like, well, you're no longer, well, I kind of think you're not the target audience anymore of you for shows. And you begin to feel, oh, because I'm not this age, do I have any relevance anymore?
Yes, I agree with what you said.
Yeah.
We definitely culturally do not value aging and elders, and we're very often split up by age groups.
Yep.
Which I used to kind of be of that mindset, and now
same.
Well, I don't know how old anyone is anymore. Like, you're either a child or you are in the end of your run. But if you're like anywhere in like 10, 20, 30 years of me, it's like we're all the same age. Like, and I forget that I'm like, oh, I could be your mother. You know, I just don't, I don't do well with knowing how old people are. And so.
Right. And I don't know if you're this way, but I have found, just even looking at my friends, I'm either friends with people who are younger than me or older than me.
Yeah, I don't have very many
much the same age group. There's a few.
As many, but no.
But, you know, it's that number of peer of like same age is very small.
Apparently our peers are not. Well, where are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some of you, but no, I agree. We
my
tend
friend,
to...
like my friend Ted, he and I are about the same age. He would really emphasize the point that he's a few months younger than me.
But by and large, it feels like we have friends who are quite a bit younger or quite a bit older, and so I think that's cool.
I think it's a great place to be in. I don't think it's bad because I feel like I'm not losing touch with what younger people are dealing with or talking about or into, and at the same time I'm not losing like wisdom. So
I mean, I think that as the more I age, the more I value being with diverse people,
Yes.
people of all different ages. It's just, it helps me be a more
well-rounded
there
person.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Because I really need that, because there's a lot of little sharp edges all the way around. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the way our culture views aging is damaging to creativity and creative pursuits, because even like the market is even like, okay, you know, being young is so important, but that can make people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and upward, well, my time has passed for trying these things.
We're going to say no
Absolutely
way.
not.
No way. I mean, the things, I look back at things that I wrote years ago, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's some things I write now that's terrible. But yeah, the craft takes time. There are
Absolutely.
some prodigies out there, some amazing younger folks. Obviously, those are often the ones we see. But there's so much time that it takes to cultivate your art or have a new one. I mean...
Yeah, it's never too late to try something new. One of the things that shifted for me is that I have found in singer-songwriters that are older so much more depth and resonance than I did probably when I was younger. Because it's like, I don't want to listen to an old guy sing music, you know. But now,
give me the old. But now,
yeah, like I listen to Bob Dylan, I listen to Paul Simon, and all of these guys who, whether they were in their youth, which I feel like they were smarter than me when they were younger, or even now, or one of my favorite music videos, and everybody knows this music video, is when Johnny Cash covers Trent Reznor's song "Hurt."
Oh my goodness!
You know, seeing him. Like, not seeing him young singing that song is so gripping and so emotional. Even just thinking about it makes me feel things. So I've really come to appreciate artists who are older than me or more further along in their journey. I'm not calling him old, but a guy who's older than me, Tom May, who, you know, we were on his show, listening to his lyrics and listening to him perform his song and knowing all of the life that has been lived up until that point, I connect so much deeper with someone who, like him, who has been playing for a while versus, you know, someone who is younger and maybe a little bit more currently what the culture considers trendy, because that is a passing thing. Speaking of trendy, I have to say this. I am so grateful that the 90s are coming back, because that was the era I grew up in.
Decade,
and this
is back.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Anyway, not to change the subject.
I want to say, okay, you were doing something in your office the other day.
Crying,
I started to watch a show from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I started watching Dawson's Creek.
Yep.
And I was going to turn it off, and then you came out.
And I said, no, let's watch it.
And guess who wanted to keep watching it?
It's nostalgic.
Oh, yeah, it's nostalgia.
Because
Total
I was in
90s,
high school
baby.
when that show was going on. So, you know.
And
it's
because
like,
you're kind of like Dawson. So.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, I was like, what is wrong? You're an artist. You feel it. You create.
Yes.
The soundtrack is total 90s.
It is, and I do like 90s soundtracks.
I know
90s
you do.
is still my favorite genre of music. So kind of going back to this whole thing, when we see our aging as a liability to creativity rather than, one, it's never too late to create, and two, the life that you've lived as you have aged can make your art that much better. I think that that's an encouragement to not dread aging as a creative, but to look forward to it. That doesn't mean, because I think there's people that get older and get stuck in a way of thinking, get stuck in, you know, endless toxic nostalgia.
I mean, we can all do that.
We can all do that.
You know, because there's
Whatever
always
age
people
you're at.
younger than us. There's always going to be someone younger.
You know,
you're
in a place where if you're aging, and everybody's aging.
What?
I know, even if you're in your young 20s, you're aging. You have an opportunity to not look at the younger generation from a place of judgment, but be a learner from them. And vice versa. Be looking into the future and be a learn. You can be learning from both. I've learned so much from people that are younger than me, and I've learned so much from people that are older than me. So aging is a gift, and it can only make art better, I think.
Yeah, true.
So.
And, you know, we're trying to do what we can to take care of our health.
Yes.
health is, we can't help that we're getting older and our bodies are going to slowly. I mean, I prayed that my fingers will be able to play the violin forever, but there is a reason why I am trying to diversify in various types of art and things, because there's no guarantee of that.
Sure.
So I am trying to branch out in different things, and just because you just never know. So to the best of our ability, we can try to take care of our bodies. I've reduced, gang. I think the last episode we did, I have drank some diet soda, but I've significantly reduced my saccharin aspartame
You
intake.
absolutely have.
So I'm really doing better.
Yeah.
So.
Which is good.
Yes, this is good.
So yeah, take care of yourself. That's good. So you can age as much as you possibly can. What are some creative prompts? Because we can't really make ourselves age faster, and no one wants that. But what can we do?
I was thinking about what you said. Wait, what was the question?
What are some prompts for aging?
Okay, well, you know me in movies. So a couple of movies. I watched Age of Adeline again recently. And
you did? Okay, that was a good movie.
Yes,
I like that movie.
Yes, I was watching it.
Movie.
It's not Dawson's Creek. I know.
Well, you can't top that.
But I love that movie. The message in that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button's another interesting opportunity to look at aging. So there's that one. So you can watch those. I really
So basically you're saying watch some movies where like aging or older people are the protagonists?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, sure. That but they're both movies about aging too.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that if you do music or art, anything like that, a lot of the retirement and senior centers would love to have you come in.
Go visit, yeah.
Or maybe
absolutely.
Or maybe if you do music, there might be a preschool or so maybe pick a place that's not in your age category and spend some time offering what you have. And the thing that I learned, man, the more I spend with kids, the more they teach me.
Yep.
I mean, I'm constantly learning stuff from them when I'm teaching them. I think that it would be cool to do something art-wise with a timeline of your life up until this point.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
I'm making this up as I'm going.
I know.
And then
I'm
maybe
impressed.
kind of have some dreams for, the rest of what you would like to see and what are things that 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
That's a good one. The dream thing is a good one because especially if you're if you feel like you are getting up there in years and you have nothing else to look forward to.
Wrong.
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 To
You're
actually
wrong.
intentionally dream about your life is that should last until the day you die.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Oh shoot, I just had another one and I just lost it.
Well, you can add it on the worksheet.
I could.
You could.
We're just gonna be so good. Oh, maybe you could interview people. Pick people from different decades.
Yeah.
And maybe you could, whether it's you wanted to do a little phone video series, or write it down. Maybe ask them how they feel about their age. Mm-hmm. Because I think the thing too, I'm not a man, but I think women of all, so I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. But it's interesting. Some of the same insecurities and needs I had 20 years ago are the same ones.
Yep.
That we still all want to be attractive. We all want to feel meaningful. Mm-hmm. And so when you look at the similarities in the different age groups, we all have the same, we have the same needs.
Yeah.
And I forget that I'm my age. I'm like, wait a minute. How old am I? I feel so much younger than my number. How can that be? So just remembering that too, it can help us feel that we're more alike than different. So
that's really
that's
good.
A few. Did you have any?
No, I think you did. The only thing I was going to suggest was listening to some older musicians that are.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Listen to Bob Dylan. Listen to and even if you don't resonate with the style, listen to the lyrics. Really listen to the lyrics and learn from them. So the song I'm gonna do.
I wasn't invited this week.
I'm sorry. Is a sacred song I wrote a while ago called "God Is Good." So I'm gonna perform that. And like I said, patrons, you're gonna get the demo version featuring our Emeritus band member David Skones.
All our $5 members get a free demo every month. So boom.
So yeah, check that out. We will be back with a new episode soon. So please keep looking, stay posted, and we will see you soon. God is good. God is good. Let all the world be still. His love endures. His love endures. Though our trials and sorrows spill. God is good. God is good. Let all the world be still. His love endures. His love endures. Though our trials and sorrows spill. It's He who made the heavens. It's He who calmed the seas. It's He whose home is glory, and His blood has pardoned me. Yes, His blood has pardoned me. God is good. God is good. His ways are too high for me. The pain, the shame that He endured was meant for you and me. It's He who made the heavens. It's He who calmed the seas. It's He whose home is glory, and His blood has pardoned me. Yes, His blood has pardoned me. You are good. You are good. You are good in all your ways. You are good. You are good. No matter what men may say, it's He who made the heavens. It's He who calmed the seas. It's He whose home is glory, and His blood has pardoned me. Yes, His blood has pardoned me. God is good. God is good.